What is up, y'all? I just got out of the opening night showing for Fantastic Four: The First Steps, and I gotta say, it was fantastic. Say that again. How many times? How about 4? You see what I'm doing? Quick little non-spoiler review. Don't want to do a long spoiler one on here. I might do it on the channel. I don't want to do one right away either, because I don't like doing in-depth reviews on movies that I've just seen for the first time. I like to let it marinate a bit, like to go see it a second, third time, especially if it's something I can dive into a lot like this. So, not going to do that today. But we'll do a little short one for the TikTok. First off, I know a lot of people have been keeping up with everything Marvel lately, or don't know anything about Fantastic Four. Can I watch this movie? Yes, you're perfectly fine. There's no homework going into this, and I think that's one of the big pluses of the movie. Even though I do keep up with everything Marvel, it's fun to have a self-contained story for once, which this is. Not really a spoiler, because it's pretty clear right now, but this takes place in a separate universe in the main MCU timeline, where the Fantastic Four are the only heroes. So much like a DC Elseworlds movie, like the Batman or the recent Joker movies, we can get immersed in these characters without having to think about the larger world. Obviously, in the future, things will change, but we won't worry about that right now. It's also very in the moment. It's a little less superhero-y and more family, end-of-the-world drama. I don't know how to explain it. It's also kind of like the recent Superman movie, and it feels like a random comic book issue you just picked up. Not as crazy in that regard as Superman, but it is kind of like oh, you guys already know the origin. This ain't an origin story. This is just a story. They're already established heroes, and they got a threat. They got to stop it. Let's go. But as I mentioned, you don't need to know anything going into this to still enjoy that. Also, we finally got Galactus. Not gonna go into anything crazy, but he was amazing. He looked really good and was very menacing, and that was a huge plus for this movie. Just the overall sense of dread throughout this movie, and the way the scene is set, how this just doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. That's another thing that I like, that I know even James Gunn has mentioned he really wants DC to be, is each movie can be a different genre, it can be a different movie. Not every 2 comic book movies have to be the exact same, and Marvel has a very distinct vibe for the most part, outside of a couple things, and it's not necessarily a problem, but it is very nice that this isn't the Marvel Cinematic Universe expected vibe. I don't know. This is a hard one to kind of say, because yes, you could nitpick and be like, but look, this feels different, this feels different. But I don't know. There's something about the way they film these movies and piece them together and everything that just has a distinct vibe, the Marvel vibe. And it's fine. Like I said, I like MCU movies a lot. Otherwise, I wouldn't be watching them. But this does feel like it was made from a complete different team, almost like a different studio. But that's a good thing. That is a good thing. It's a perfect movie for the whole family. Someone say family. Who said Don Toretto? But yeah, I don't want to get into spoilers and accidents. I'm gonna stop talking. But great movie. Very happy to see Marvel's first family back on the big screen. It's only taken 20 years. The last movie was in 2005. 2015 doesn't exist. There are 2 post-credit scenes, and the second one is very important, so make sure you stay for that one, and goodbye.